Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my current events and topics page. Now, the U.S. is to send 3,000 more troops to the Mideast following the Soleimani killing. The United States, this is from NBC, is sending approximately 3,000 soldiers to the Middle East after thousands of people stormed the compound of the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad. Three United States defense officials and one U.S. military official confirmed to NBC News on Friday. The news came hours after an American airstrike killed General Qasem Soleimani, the commander of Iran's secretive Quds Force and one of the country's most powerful figures, but U.S. defense officials said the deployments were not in response to the strike. The deployment of additional soldiers from a brigade on the 82nd Airborne Division based at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, comes after thousands of people, most of them affiliated with the Iran-backed Shiite militia group Kataib Hezbollah, descended on the embassy compound Tuesday. The soldiers will join roughly 650 others already deployed to the region and stay there for some 60 days, the official said. The immediate response force will be spread throughout the region, with some soldiers in Iraq and others in Kuwait. As previously announced, the Immediate Response Force Brigade of the 82nd Airborne Division was alerted to prepare for deployment and now being deployed, the Pentagon said in a statement. Wow. You guys, we got to really keep our eyes on the Middle East. There's a lot going on there right now. Sorry, guys, I'm just looking. But this is something to watch out for, guys. We got more troops going over there from North Carolina, and they say it has nothing to do with this attack, but what do you think?
And stand by. I want you to hear what our NBC News Pentagon correspondent Courtney Kube is about to break from the Pentagon news on a new deployment.
So, Andrea, the U.S. military is deploying 3,500 more soldiers, more U.S. troops to the Central Command region, according to 4 U.S. military and defense officials. These are the 82nd Airborne. So this is the immediate reaction force. We saw the 1st Battalion of this group move in several days ago after the U.S. Embassy came under siege in Baghdad. These are the additional troops as part of that immediate reaction force. Those first 700 moved into Kuwait. Many of those are now in Baghdad and in Iraq, according to the officials that we spoke with here. And the ones who will begin moving in this weekend, these additional U.S. soldiers, they will move into the region, some into Iraq, some into Kuwait, some into other areas there, and they will be responsible for being the response force throughout the region, to threats throughout the region. So in Iraq, in Syria, even in other areas in neighboring countries there. So this isn't a surprise. You know, this response force is there for situations like this when there is an immediate need for a U.S. military presence. But this is a significant uptick in the number of U.S. troops that are now in the Central Command region. Throughout the region, there's about 60,000 U.S. troops throughout that whole area. But in this particular part, in Iraq, there's only about 5,200 U.S. troops there now. This now brings it to, there's additional 4,000 more troops ordered into that area just in the past week, Andrea. This is a significant increase in the U.S. footprint in that area.
Very important news from Courtney Kube, our Pentagon correspondent. Courtney, thank you so much.
There you have it, guys. Have a good day.
At Fidelity, we have